Welcome back, everyone. So I wanted to hit my day off with my financial friend and react to one of his videos because he's been very big in YouTube right now. He's been making a lot of crypto content and he's been blowing up. He's almost big as Crypto R Us. I remember when he had like 200, 300k views. Now he has 3 times that because he optimized it very well. And that's exactly what we're seeing right now. The big fish get big. And that's with his skills, with his knowledge. He did tell a lot, and he's a very big YouTuber so far, and I think he's an awesome YouTuber. So that being said, let's see what he has to say. About 90% of Bitcoin wallets are already priced out. People are pissed. If you are new to this channel, you know what to do. Subscribe to this channel because we have a lot of content inbound for you.
Parts of what make Bitcoin so valuable are only going to be left to the rich. I want to talk about that.
Exactly. And this is something I was saying on my own channel for some time. Like, the only rich get richer and the poor get poorer in crypto. And that's something that people are going to be missing out upon. Like, literally, some people will never have the chance to buy Bitcoin. That's pretty sad, actually. Like, but it is something that happens, you know, and it's something that you cannot stop, really.
I want to cover a lot of the stuff that's happening in today's market, though. Some crazy things that have happened with Ben Armstrong as well. We'll talk about a lot.
I want to see everything. Like, I know Ben Armstrong had a lot of drama. He had a lot of juicy details in that sense. And I want to see what he has to say in that aspect. Like, what, where, how, when. Definitely a lot of exciting news in the forth to come. So let's take a look.
Though, so stay through to the end of the video. I might be making another video if there's more news today, but there's just a lot to cover right now. So if you don't mind.
Isn't that crazy? 56% off 90 days for Bitcoin. And a year ago, people were saying it's going to crash to 0. Like, that's just a bit too much, ain't it? Like, people were saying it's just insane to me, if you ask me. Like, nobody expected, nobody predicted something like that. And only in crypto can you have like price levels like this. Can you have like this types of bullish rises, bullish beginnings. And that's what keeps me really hyped up about crypto in a sense. Like, I do think there is a fair chance that crypto is gonna come out stronger than before.
Hit subscribe, turn on that bell notification underneath the video. There are also going to be some links underneath the video to Margex where you can trade on leverage. I actually opened a trade and closed a trade over about an hour yesterday, making 24% profit. It's in the Patreon. You can go check it out.
24% profit is a lot, especially if it's a big trade. So in crypto, there's something called big and small trade. And if you make a big trade, I think this is where it really matters for a lot of people. So that being said, does seem like there's a ton of potential so far for the crypto space actually breaking the next bull markets.
So I'll put a link to him underneath the video as well. Now, I think we can get him up, by the way, to like 2.5 thousand. I think it's possible. If you didn't click it yesterday, go follow.
So here was a Crypto Moses. I never heard of this guy, but seems like he's going to be making a video on this one. He told Satoshi to hold. Now, this is a good meme I liked, but he said something very important in the following segment that I want to explain to you guys.
Market. So that doesn't really matter as much. Like, the memes don't matter as much as the giant marketing budgets that are going to be put behind this. I talked about it in yesterday's video, but there's going to be a lot of money thrown at these ads. Now, we also have news that possibly Michael Saylor is trying to orange pill Bezos. This came from...
So if you don't know what orange pill is, it's basically trying to convince people to buy Bitcoin. And if they convince Amazon, literally Amazon, to convince Bezos, so she got engineered to Amazon boss Jeff Bezos and also scored with Vogue. It's been quite a year. The future second Mr. Bezos celebrated. If he can score some kind of partnership for crypto or MicroStrategy, imagine the potential. Even for Amazon, even if it's a small partnership, it would be incredible. Crypto would be skyrocketing left and right. There would be no crypto available at all. And I think that's what really matters in the end. Like, people would just keep on buying more and more crypto. It's what the crazy part is for me, if you ask me.
Page6.com. So I think like a tabloid. Seaside Spies say Sanchez Bezos moved.
Seaside Spies. So I guess that's reporters just waiting for Bezos.
Producer Brian Glazier.
Wow. So tons of people were saying like maybe they're making also a movie about Bitcoin and Bezos is involved like in some way. So it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be like crypto pumping, but it's a good indicator that crypto could be improving in a sense in the following few days. And that's what keeps me really, really excited in a way that crypto could be seeing those price hikes that we have been waiting for such a long time, guys. We have been waiting for 2 damn years to see that.
Media mogul David Geffen, IAC honcho Barry Diller, and MicroStrategy's Michael Saylor were spotted at a beachside eatery.
Now that's a pretty amazing story. Like if this happens, everyone's going to be a clear winner in this one.
So possibly, I feel like Michael Saylor doesn't do anything besides just talk about Bitcoin, show Bitcoin. So I don't know.
Imagine like the meeting dinner, like at the meeting. Oh, have you heard about Bitcoin? Yes, Michael, we have heard for Bitcoin for the 7th or 8th time. Bitcoin, we know what it is. And I don't know if I'm going to buy it. I'm buying yacht this weekend.
Know why he would be here unless he was trying to orange pill some people. They're trying to get some information or trying to figure something out. Now, I will say though, I made a video last week, 9 days ago, talk about how people will not be able to afford Bitcoin. And this isn't like, oh, it's going to become so expensive to buy 0.01 Bitcoin. It's that people are not going to be able to afford the self-sovereignty of Bitcoin.
I guess like what he meant by that is also like people will not be able to actually keep it on the blockchain and not lose it.
People don't understand. As the network becomes more congested, people are willing to pay tips to get their transaction actually processed.
Okay, so that's going to be a big question, like what will happen in that scenario.
And you can see that here. Isabella.
Like network fees, I think that's going to be actually saved with Lightning Network, and it can give you a lot of positive fees overall.
On Twitter is showing the network fee, $161. Like people will be able to buy Bitcoin. No matter what the price is, they're going to be able to buy a Satoshi. Even if Bitcoin's $100 million, right? One Bitcoin's 100 million, which is nuts to think about.
Yeah, that is nuts. Like, but Satoshi never predicted crypto to rise so fast. The thing I like about it though is like there's active developments for the Bitcoin network that will actually improve Bitcoin network and basically make it fee-less or fee-ish-less. What I mean by that is instead of being like this $160, this is what something happened with Shiba Inu. When their NFTs were launched, the gas fees were like $2,000, $3,000. And I'm not joking here. $800 for Ethereum gas fees. Some people paid more for gas fees than Shiboshis themselves. I'm not joking here because they were such in a high demand. They were selling for much, much more. People were paying 1K Ethereum for gas fees. Imagine paying $2,000 just to pay gas fees, to process them fast, to buy Shiboshis.
She's $1, right? And in that scenario, inflation is probably massive. So they're going to be able to afford a Satoshi, but can they afford self-sovereignty? I don't think so. You can already see network fees go up. We can already see that countries are looking at Bitcoin. Large companies are looking at Bitcoin. There's only so much block space. And while some people will point to the Lightning Network, the Lightning Network's not perfect. Some people don't want to use the Lightning Network. So I'm not saying not to buy Bitcoin, right? But I'm saying that self-sovereignty is going to be very expensive one day. If you
So yeah, I don't actually agree with that. I don't think crypto will be that expensive. Like people are saying it will be expensive. I honestly don't think, I think crypto developers are working on a solution that to make it not like expensive to trade Bitcoin around. I think it's going to be cheapless because they're going to be investing a lot to make it cheaper to have it on the blockchain. Things like Solana, things like Cardano, which have basically zero fees. So I think this is where the big money comes in. You know, like these exchanges, these banks are going to say, we're going to pay $60 to transact this virtual coin. So what they're going to do is they're going to make these really cheap and cashless.
Want to have transactions confirmed on the Bitcoin network, especially with ordinals. I talked about that a little bit yesterday, how crazy the fees are getting. You're going to have to pay a lot of money, right? Especially in dollar terms. So for a lot of people, they'll just keep their Bitcoin on exchanges. They'll just keep it on Coinbase, Binance, whatever. So there aren't large transaction fees. They'll also just buy these ETFs. We've talked about so many times, people just buy the ETFs. And
I don't think the ETFs will have a transaction fee. I think that's the big difference.
Do you want to pay a $160 fee to move $400?
I don't know anyone will pay that, but I guess that's the old Bitcoin, the Lightning Network that people are using. That's really cheap. So I guess more systems will be on the exchanges, more on centralized entities. But the old system for Bitcoin, it's really expensive. $160 to send a payment. Some people pay that because they're incredibly rich. But yeah, most people won't be paying that, especially in third world countries. Defamation lawyers, divorce lawyers, criminal lawyers, bad boys keeping the entire system legal in business. That's fine. At least I'm not involved. I mean, there's like tons of defamation with Ben Armstrong. I'm not even going to react to his drama because Ben Armstrong is dealing through some stuff right now. And I don't want to put people down when they're dealing with stuff. So I'm just going to keep it pro-friendly, pro-Bitcoin here. If you want more content like this, you know where the like button is. You know where I am at. I'm here right in my home. And if you want to support my channel, you don't have to pay me anything. You don't have to pay me any money. I live off my ad revenue. So whatever you watch, you know, like that's what I buy in food. And that's the crazy part. And I don't need much more. Like, sure, rent pays the bill. If the bills are paid, I'm not going to have a Lamborghini. I'm not going to have a Bugatti. And that's where I think the big difference comes. But this is for another video. You can just hear I'm too passionate about Bitcoin sometimes. There's definitely lots of price potentials for Bitcoin in the next following days. And always, if you want to be kept up to date with some awesome crypto content, there is going to be tons of opportunities in this crypto market. Until next time, peace everyone. Hey everyone, let's take a look at what's happening with Shiba Inu. So we did see a huge Shiba Inu update and we saw some burns happening and I wanted to be kept up to date. Is Shiba Inu going to crash like any other? Or is it going to become the new Grok? Now, I have to make a video on Grok. I still haven't made it even after so many years. But if you want to see a video on Grok, if you want to see a video on SHIB, you know what to do. Subscribe. Because why not?
The channel, we're going to talk about what's coming for Shiba Inu. We've got some interesting developments and we're waiting on a...
Like, we got the burns, but they said they're going to automate them in a few days or years. And I think that's... where the real excitement comes through. Like, people want burns. People want to see $1, ship $1 so they can sell. They want to make profit, right? And the devs, they haven't been focusing that much on burns. They even said burns don't matter that much. So this kind of frustrated the Shiba Inu community in that sense. Like, and I totally like get the Shiba Inu team, like the burns don't make that much of a big difference. It definitely does make a difference in that sense. Like, it definitely does have a lot of scenarios where SHIB can recover, but there is a big surprise they promised us around New Year, around Christmas, and I think this is where the big boys come in and like actually say, okay, now we're gonna be going into SHIB, going to have fun, going to have a good time. I think that's where people really predict that SHIB will perform well, and I do think Shiba Inu has that potential to see a major price hike. But first, it needs to have the basic things. It needs to push out the burns. It needs to have a really, really good. Now, they have a cryptic message on what this update is going to be also. So I think it has to have a really, really good potential on where exactly crypto will go from now on.
You know, as Kusama, you know, as Satoshi keeps the community guessing with cryptic messages. Okay, so we are awaiting a major announcement. What do you think that's going to be? Drop in the comments below. Love to hear from you as well.
So he shared a new mood message that got community wondering what is the pipeline from project. And he's basically not telling too much what it's going to be, but there is going to be something happening. And it's not too much like revealed on where the project is going to go, but it definitely like matters in that sense. I think people still expect SHIB to actually rise, to go up, you know, to perform well. Like, everybody wants to see that, right? Everybody wants to see Shiba Inu basically perform well. And that's what we're seeing right now. It seems like SHIB won't like see this changes until the new year. Like, it won't see the automatic burns that we have been waiting for.
That SHIB holders, that big things are coming at the project's also widely anticipating future developments. My only issue with this is that sometimes when they say that it's going to quote break the internet or they
so they always say, like, they've been saying this for the last 2-3 years, and Austin Hill actually put off his glasses to like say yeah, it might not do anything. And I think that's the big difference in a way. Like, it might not change anything. Nothing could be changed for that aspect. Like, we could be literally seeing crypto still staying the same, and that got people a bit disappointed because they said it's going to be a game changer. They said the Shiba Inu NFT game is going to be a game changer. It's not out, I guess. And that's why Austin Hilton is like, I don't know, frustrated. He's not frustrated. He's never frustrated. But people, like the community has been becoming frustrated because like these competitions came in, like Grok and all these coins. They're not necessarily, Shiba Inu isn't necessarily a bad project. The difference is here that it has like this sort of price drops.
Say that it's going to be this massive development that tends.
And again, what can they really develop? They've been focusing on Shibarium. So what is going to be that big project that people were waiting for?
To be the community doesn't, whatever they do then release, the community doesn't feel like it's big enough.
Exactly. So they kind of hype it up. They say it's a game changer. They say it's a massive project. And when it comes out, the community is actually disappointed. It's like just a small partnership or something. And I think that's not a bad thing. I think it's like a marketing perspective to rather hype it up and then under deliver. People still weren't happy to hear it. Definitely not in that sense.
That's my only concern here. Okay. I've been covering SHIB for 2+ years, almost 3 years, and I've seen this kind of play out a little bit. So we'll see how this plays out. Again, I'll keep you updated. So I want to shift. Remember at the top of the video, I said I was going to share with you a sponsor for this video. Listen to this. This is a company called.
So I do have a lot more to talk actually next few days on where the Shiba Inu project will go. But for now, it's just smokes and mirrors. So we don't really know if the Shiba Inu project is going to be a game changer or not. People aren't too sure, and a lot of people have sold. But I still believe that Shiba Inu could seriously game change and be a massive thing if the developers actually deliver a product that would outcompete other tokens. And I think Austin Hilton forgot to mention that in the Shiba Inu video. But I'll keep you guys updated with more news, and until next time, peace everyone. Let's talk about the Shiba Inu burns drama. And there was actually a huge drama. If you missed it this week, you're probably sleeping under a rock, and that is fine too, because there's a lot of crypto drama every single week. But there was a drama with burns. There was a huge drama with burns. And now people are coming back to this. People are talking more about this on what exactly is going on in the crypto space. And it does seem like crypto does have potential to actually rally again. But Shiba Inu has been the one that's actually been, the whales have been selling a lot because they've been afraid that the team is not going to deliver, that the team is going to do some other projects or things like that. And I think that's where really people got worried in a sense, like with the crypto stuff. That being said, it does seem like crypto is just getting started. So if you want more content like this, be sure to smash that like button. But let's get right into the video.
Inu Coin ecosystem team continues to provide the Shiba Inu Coin community with utter nonsense. Guys, at this point in the game, we're simply asking for a little clarity. We're asking for an answer, and it's actually getting pretty annoying that they're completely ignoring the entire army's pleas for just a little truth, just a little openness, just a little what the heck.
So Claybro has been very, very frustrated the last few days with Shiba Inu, and I think a lot of holders were also, not just Claybro. That's the difference though here. I think there's still a chance for like recovery in a sense, but Shiba Inu really has to deliver.
What the heck is going on with the remaining near $700,000-$800,000 that are sitting there yet to be burned?
So yeah, we gotta see the burns, and today we're gonna be getting that answer. Shiba Inu burns and Shiba Inu drama was like a very popular topic this week. I think also people love drama in the crypto space because there's kind of nothing happening other than crypto prices going up. So people are excited about that. But that being said, it does seem like crypto is just getting started on the positive aspects. It does seem like crypto can recover. It can see like those massive bull runs, but it needs to do stuff right. It needs to do stuff correct. And Shiba Inu just hasn't been doing that. And for some reason, I don't know what was the reason, people were like seriously frustrated in that sense against Shiba Inu. But let's start our video.
Well, instead of getting an answer, we get more condescension. Instead of getting an answer, we get more gaslighting, manipulation. Instead of getting an answer, we get talked down to for asking. We've got new updates from Lucy.
So yeah, Claybro has been pretty frustrated with the Shiba Inu burns. What happened? He basically asked what happened to the burns, and he got blocked. Now I don't think it's fair. I think there's more to the story of what exactly happened with this. Like, I don't know why he got blocked, how he got blocked, but people were still frustrated, and that means something. Like, people didn't want to stay with Shiba Inu. People didn't want to stay in the long term because, yeah, they basically got like they left. They really did leave. They stopped caring in that sense.
These people represent Shiba Inu Coin's ecosystem, something that I know you have actually worked hard on building. Dude, they are ruining it. They're ruining it for millions of people. Just simply stop the nonsense. Get it together. Let's talk about it. If it sounds like something you're interested in,
and that smash that like button. I just like his intro.
5% on your cash balances. If you guys want crypto, you got to go figure out what Ronald is going to be.
So I'm thinking, like, what can the Shiba Inu developers make right to not like frustrate the community? Because I think the Shiba Inu is a great project, like a community project. But the management, like, I guess they could hire more people. They have like 80K USD to burn. For sure, they can have like 1K, 2K to at least have a management team somewhere from a third world country to be on their salary, to be like paid $800 a month to say, hey, the burns aren't here. They're going to be here. To manage the Twitter spaces. Like, I mean, this is just like, crypto is not like 2015 when anyone could create a coin. When you have like, when you're the 16th biggest crypto token, you have a very large responsibility in that sense. And there's not going to be a lot of people helping on that matter. So that's where I get really frustrated in a sense. Like, I don't think people realize that this is problematic. Like, how problematic this can also be. Like, to me, it's very problematic in a sense. It does tell me that crypto is just not seeing those price levels that we wanted to see. Like, we wanted to see so much more from Shiba Inu. And people are definitely very mad about that. Now, if you want to be also kept up more to content like this, you know what to do. Subscribe for more content. But I'll keep you guys updated on that as well. So like what their solution is, if there's even a solution. They always keep saying they're gonna have a surprise that breaks the internet, but Claybro is very vocal about this. I think also partially because he got blocked after asking questions. And you know, I think YouTubers are also at fault here because they do get clicks if they say where's the burns, and the community agrees with them. So they kind of side always with the community instead of the developers. Like, we only have one side of the story. But again, I do think in the start of the bull run, if Shiba Inu wants to stay on top of the game and not be replaced by other crypto coins, it needs to do something right, because it was a brutal winter for Shiba Inu during the bear markets.
Lay out a plan. 25,000 a day, 100,000 a day. Right now, nobody knows what you're doing with the money, which is what allows for all of this speculation to take place.
Yeah, so when speculation comes in, people are saying like the Shiba Inu team did keep the money for themselves. You know, like, people don't understand blockchain. People don't understand crypto. And they're going to just think, oh, maybe the Shiba Inu team didn't burn, so they pocketed the money. Like, stuff like things like that. And when the whale reads this, he's probably going to sell. And that's the worst part about it.
Satoshi buy his Bugatti? Did they buy millionaires?
Exactly. He said Satoshi bought a Bugatti.
Or buy, spend $1 million and buy millionaire cars for everybody on the team. Like, if they simply provided an ounce of clarity and truth.
And that's very true. This is like actual messages we get in the Discord. They ask, like, did the team buy the cars for themselves? Like, people think that the team has probably cars, and it probably does have, like, Shiba Inu, Shiba Swap probably made billions or millions in gas fees. At its peak, I did some calculations, it made like $30,000. Now, they did put a lot of effort. You know, the developers still made it for profit. Shiba Inu is not like just a community project. In the end, it is for profit also, and I think that's where the big difference comes in.
Nobody would have any room to speculate. Red equals lack of demand. Green equals big demand. I have no idea what that statement even means. If somebody in the comments wants to defend Lucy and explain to me what that even means.
So she's basically saying, like, if it's red, it means nobody needs it. If it's green, like if the candles are green, I think that's what she was trying to say, that cryptos would like go up. But And she's saying like 3% crypto, like SHIB is up 3%. But the difference is the whole market is up like 50%. So SHIB is only like outpaced by like 60% or something, which is absolutely incredible.
In regards to these burns, burning in red will have no impact. What are we talking about?
She's saying like burning in a bear market will have no impact. This is what the manager of Shiba Inu is saying. Like, because it's a bear market, this will not change nothing. And I think this is a really frustrating post for a lot of people. Like, people are not going to be taking that serious because burn is a burn. The money is gone, even if the market goes down. And I guess like people just had enough of that and they decided to just sell. So that's the big problem here. Like, to me, this sounds very problematic, but I'll keep you guys updated with more news on that pretty much soon. So let's take a look at this.
We're not trying to impact the price of anything.
We're not trying to impact the price. Exactly. Claybro is very right. He's been in crypto for a long time. They're not really trying to change the price, and they're trying to focus on other things.
Too many trolls, paid fudders, and envious of Shibari.
Paid fudders was something that was called in 2021 when someone was like fudding. They were calling them paid fudders, like they were paid by other projects to actually call. There's no people paid to be in Telegram chat all day. That would be a dream job. That would be literally me ranting all day in front of a camera, and instead they're on Telegram like all the time complaining and saying, oh, Shiba Inu is going to zero. People's projects still think there's people being paid to go on other projects and lower their price. It just doesn't happen. All meme coins grow. All cryptos grow.
Shibarium's success. Otherwise, I can't understand why some...
And I think Shibarium's count will really drop. I think this is where the big problem also comes in. Like, I think a lot of people don't keep Shibarium. Like, they won't use Shibarium. If they use Ethereum, they barely know how to use BNB. They barely know how to use anything else. So I think that's where the real problem also arises. Like, why would anyone use Shibarium in that sense, like, other than people that know how to use the blockchain? I think it's mostly retail investors that want lower fees, so they wanted their own blockchain, but they didn't really understand how it works. So I want to see how it works. I want to see if people will use it, but I definitely do hope. I really do hope SHIB will turn around at this point. But there has been some drama recently. I think everyone will also forget it in about like 2-3 months, maybe even 1 month. Like, especially if Shiba Inu releases something huge. But we're going to be seeing it without that. Anything could happen at this point. And I'm not too excited about like something bad happening or things like that. I hope everything goes well for SHIB, basically.
Someone would listen to weirdos. All is on the blockchain. I don't even know what this means. I honestly, and this is me being as nice as possible, I honestly just think this girl is tweeting nonsense right now. That entire tweet meant nothing. But we're calling people names. We're degrading them for asking for a plan. We're being degraded for asking.
So Claybro was very frustrated with this, and we're seeing the same levels as 2021. There was a lot of content creators, and these people have been doing SHIB for 3 years. Like, I know YouTubers can complain, but they've been doing crypto. They've been doing Shiba Inu full time for 3 years. Like, that is absolutely brutal. They've been doing Terra Luna Classic, Shiba Inu. They can complain, you know. It's a brutal job. Like, talking into the void. Only people that left that held their Shiba Inu portfolio during the bear market to the last people. I think that's where the real problem arose.
Project and a multi-billion-dollar ecosystem at this point. This is how they respond?
Yeah, so it's not like a mega corporation. It's a lot of developers, and they do need a marketing team. They do need a PR person, and I've been telling it on this channel for some time. So I do think Shiba Inu does need a definite PR team at this point, like, and not just one person, because they do need something to back it up. Like, big companies have that, and I know Shiba Inu is fully decentralized, but it just isn't working in that way. So if you want more content like this, smash that like button. I'll keep you guys updated with more news. Until next time, peace everyone.